Good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, beautiful morning. It is gorgeous here in sunny Cal. It is warm. I had my jacket on and I was like, I gotta take that jacket off. So, quickly, what is this about? A mom win! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. A mom win, a mom win, a mom win. If you're a mom, tell me if you get these mom wins, you're like, yes, I got a mom win. This is so exciting. I got a mom win. Because I'll tell you, I'm like through the roof excited that I got a mom win. Huh? Give me some thumbs up. Mom wins are so exciting because you know what a mom win is? A mom win is something that you've like decided to try, because we always try things of moms. Like as a parent, we're like, let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, how can we figure out how to eat their vegetables? Let's try this. Let's try this. And I got a mom win. Yes. So my mom win today, are you ready for this? Da-da-da-da, drum roll. My mom win is that I told you guys that I have to bring the kids to school. So I have one kid that I need to get out of the house at a certain time, and then the other kid has to go out of the house at a certain time. So if we don't get out at a certain time, then one of them are late. Like, there's no way we can do this. Like, you're going to be late. If you don't get out at a certain time, you're going to be late because the traffic's going to hit for the other child, or the other one's going to be late coming back. Because it only takes me 14, 15 minutes to get to Grace's, but when I get back, it takes me 30 minutes. So John would be late, or vice versa. If we were late for John and don't drop him off right on time, then Grace is late because her school starts like right away. So I'm like, okay, what can we do? What can we do? So here's my mom win. Are you ready? Okay. So I was so excited. So I was like, okay, guys, healthy competitions is a good thing. They're like, Mom, but we don't compete. And I'm like, okay, but healthy competition is a good thing. And I'm just saying that because I think healthy competition is a good thing. What do you think? Drop some yeses if you think healthy competition is a good thing. So my competition was that if you guys can actually get whoever is out the door at the elevator by the time that you need to be, then you go to school first. And they're like, but mom. I'm like, no, that's the rule. But if you both are out there at the right time, then you both go to school on time. So they have to work together. They have to cooperate, because if they don't cooperate, then one's late, or one's fighting, or one's this, or one's that. And I'm like, dude, no, this is not going to happen. So this week, yay! Okay, so this week, tell me what your mom win is. Do you guys ever have mom wins? I know you have mom wins. If you're a mom, you have a mom win. If you're a dad, you have a dad win. If you're even anybody else, you've got to win. You got to win. Come on, tell me, share some wins. This is Tuesday win day. I don't know. That really doesn't make sense. It should have been like win Wednesday, but that's okay. But this is Tuesday win day. Okay, so the thing is, you guys, is that my mom win was awesome. So I said this, right? So this week I was like right on it, like really strict. And for me, if you looked at my personality, my mediator type, I am very lax in my personality, very lax in my parenting. That's just always been how I roll. And then you have to have a stronger person, like that's stronger. So Tom's a little bit stronger, but yet his was more like, ooh, let's have some fun, because he's an adventurer. So it was like, oh gosh, we got married and didn't really have that. Some parents are like strict, we got this. So I was super excited I followed through with this. So listen, this is what happened. So anyway, I'm like, okay guys, get out the door. So on Monday, was it Monday? No. Yeah, it was Monday. So on Monday, one of the kids was late. And that was John. John didn't have his book bag together. He didn't have his stuff together, and he normally does. He's right out the door on time. He didn't have it together. What did I do? I dropped Grace off first. Who was late? John was late. But Mom, I can't be late. I said, that's the way it is. You have to obey the rules. This is the rules, or you'll be late. Then the week before, also Grace was getting her stuff together too last minute. John was at the elevator, and I said, Grace, I'm going to drop off John right now, and you're going to be late. But I can't be late. I said, that's the way it is. But then you have to volunteer. I said, well, I will tell your teacher or your principal or whoever that this was your responsibility. You're a 7th grader. You need to get out on time. I'm ready. I have your lunch packed. I have everything done. I'm ready. So now it's your turn. And so it was like, it was a total mom win moment. So today, Mom, we're both both ready. Like they were at the elevator. We are ready. So John gets to school on time and Grace got to school on time. I was like, yes! I was so excited. I'm like, yes, it worked. So that was my total mom win moment. Share your mom win moment with me. Share your mom win moments with me. Like if it's about food or cookies or I don't know. I love mom win moments because as a mom, we try so many different things and we're like not sure if it's going to work or if we're going to hurt our children or scar our children by how we do it because it might be too bad. Yay! Thank you for the thumbs up. Give me a mom win. Give me a mom win. Post below. I'd love to hear it. So what's your mom win? Give me your mom win. I think mom wins. Hi, Kelly. How are you? How are you doing? What's your mom win? You're a mom? Do you have mom wins? Like you're like, yes, I nailed that one. Yes. Or other ones are like, oh, it didn't work too well. Being on time without drama is a huge, yes, it is. It's a huge win. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating. Woohoo! We're celebrating together. It's a huge win because you know how it is, right? The kids are here, the kids are there. It's like, oh, well, this one did that. And I'm like, okay, wait, yeah. Focus on getting out the door. Focus on getting out the door. And it's crazy because poor John, like before Grace went to school and she was homeschooled, like he would get to go out really late to school because his is later. But again, it takes me 30 minutes to get back. It took me 1 mile of traffic, 12 minutes. 1 mile of traffic, 12 minutes. Seriously. And like for me, it's okay. When I come back, I'm like, it's okay. It doesn't matter to me. It takes me literally like almost an hour to get them to school. Both of them. Like it's crazy. And over there, you know, where we live, it's like, Kelly, it's like that, right? Like a hop and a skip and it's no big deal. And I used to think going across the bridge was like, you know, crazy. And it was like, that's nothing compared to this. Nothing at all. Trust me, nothing at all. You can't get around the traffic. You try to get around it, but then you can't make left turns because the traffic's there. So like I just go down a different path and I'm like, okay, it's what it is. You're gonna be late. And then we went, okay, then we had to go like up through these hill areas for John because I was like, let's try to get him on time. But it didn't work because it was still traffic on those hills because that's where everybody goes. It was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was a total mom win moment. Yay! What's your mom win moment? Share with me a mom win moment for you. Share with me a mom win moment. It's so exciting when we have those mom win moments because we still just feel like we accomplished something and we did it and now they know. And then another thing is, so this is another thing. We're going to the zoo because it's free zoo week. So, well, actually month. If you're in San Diego, it's free San Diego Zoo month. So it's awesome. So we're going to be going to the zoo. And I'm like, okay, kids, no arguing. Be kind to your brother and sister because if you are, we're going to the zoo. If you're not, I'm taking it away. And that's going to be another mom win moment because I'm like, that's it. And so I'm getting much more like this because I have to be like this, especially being here by myself. So I have to be more like, this is the way it is. And I've always been just very a laxy parent. You know, I did music with kids, right, Kelly? Like, I'm just like this happy-go-lucky, laxy mom. And so I realized I can't do that. I realized I have to be, you know, more, not hands-on, because I am hands-on, but more just setting the goals, setting the rules, and this is it. Like, no more, you know, I used to feel bad. Like, okay, I would say, you can't go to a birthday party. And then all of a sudden it was like, but I feel bad that they're not going to a birthday party. They haven't been in one for like a month or 2 or 3. And I'm like, I can't take that away. And then I start thinking that. And then I'm like, I have to give you your birthday party. Like, that's the way I was. Because I just couldn't hurt someone. I don't have like an inkling to hurt someone. I don't. And so that was so hard for me is to like follow through because I could see it on their face. Like, well, I can't go to that birthday party. And it was like, I'm like, but yes, you can. She's your really good friend. And then I gave in. I'm being completely honest. You're like, oh my gosh, Amy, you're an awful mother. Seriously, I'm just being honest, you guys. That's the way I was. That's the way I parented because I couldn't hurt my kids. Like, and I know it wasn't hurting them because I know rules and regulations and all this stuff is important. Because if you're speeding, the cops aren't going to care. If you are running late, unless you're, you know, going into labor as mom, then maybe. But otherwise, they're not going to care. They're not going to care. And they'll be like, whatever. You know what? You sped. You have a ticket. That's all there is to it. Maybe they'll give you a warning, but that's what they give you, and that's it. And they're not going to ask you all these questions or go, oh, I really do care about you. I really do. I understand you were speeding. I understand. So I'm just gonna say it's okay. And if you need to do it again, you just go ahead and do it again. They don't do that. Like, seriously, a cop will do that. Like, what? Like, that's crazy, right? Like, they don't do that. So that's something that I wanted to share with you guys, was that, like, my total mom win. And and so now I'm like, okay, this is the way it's going to be. And so, like, we get home, and it's crazy because it's a whole new lifestyle now. Just because, yes, they're acting, which I know that. They're singing, they're acting, they're doing all that stuff. But Grace now is in school. Like, she is in school. And so for me, it's like, you got homework. You know what she's doing? She's falling asleep because she's so tired. So she's like, it's like, nope, we got to have a schedule. You got to get up this time. You got to do this. And homeschool was a little bit more lenient because it's like, well, we could do this then. We could drive in the car. We could go do an errand, and you could do your school, and we could do that. And so it was more lenient. And so now it's like, this is what is due. And it's not up to me. I don't care. I'm not going to be the repercussion. Your teachers are, not me. So you have your teachers to do. Thank you for the hearts. So I am learning right along with everybody. I am learning how to be a mom. I wish we had a manual to be a mom because we don't have a manual. Wouldn't it be nice to have a manual? Like, have a manual and literally have, this is what you do when your kids do this. This is what you do when your kids do this. But what I realized is we all have different personalities. And so, like, Grace even, oh my gosh, her personality test was crazy. Like, it made me understand her. It made me understand her that I thought she was, like, not paying attention and stuff, but she's so analytical that she's always thinking. She's always, like, thinking and making things and creating things, and that's, like, what she does. And you know what her personality said? She should be an engineer. Wonder where that one came from. So, like, it's crazy, right? Hi, Sandy. It is. It's a growing project every day, isn't it? It's like we have to develop, and we have to grow, and we have to learn, and everything is a different type of thing. And then when you think you're over something, like, for instance, the kids don't sleep, right? When they're babies, they don't sleep. All of a sudden, you're over it. Your son too, with what? Which part? I think I went to another part. Sorry. What do you mean, your son too? Tell me. And, like, I also, like, say, like, they can't sleep, right? And they're not sleeping. And you're like, okay, now they're sleeping. We got it. Yes. And then the next thing happens, and they don't want to eat their vegetables. Or the next thing happens, and they're fighting with their brother or sister. Or the next thing happens, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, it never ends, does it? A thinker. Yes. You know what? You should have him, or you can do it, take the 16personalities.com test, because that's what I did for Grace. And it's been proven, like, and it makes so much sense. Like, I'm the mediator. I'm the person that's like, okay, I'm the loving, that's how I am. Tom is more the adventurer, and it's funny because he lost, that's who he was. Like, that's who I married, is the adventurer. And so I can see it in him, like 100% see it in him. And Grace is the logician. She's logical. She thinks a logician. She just thinks. And she may not say things correctly. Like, for instance, she doesn't explain herself right. And it's like, are you lying? But she's not doing that. It's like she's thinking it in her head, but not spitting it out. And that's what it said in this personality test. And I was like, interesting. She doesn't leave it out on purpose. This is how her brain works. And I was like, wow. Like, it opened my eyes to my daughter, and I'm like, that makes sense. And you know what? She loves to be one-on-one with people, and she's a great friend. When she's one-on-one, she can be a great friend. But when it's a group of people, she's like, it's harder for her. But yet on set, she's fantastic. Hi, Donatella. She's fantastic. But, like, when it comes to, like, having, like, a big party or stuff, that's harder for her. And it was like, oh my gosh. Like, I totally got my daughter. Like, I totally understood. It's a personality. And guess how many people? 3% of the population is Grace. 4% is me. That's it. So take it, Sandy. Let me know what you are. Let me know and what your son is too. Because seriously, this is crazy. And then my husband, like I said, is an adventurer. I'm a mediator. He's an adventurer. And Grace is a logician. And so it's amazing to me. It was amazing to me. And she really thinks about people in being kind. She doesn't care if you dress nice. She doesn't care where you come from. She doesn't care about any of that. She is all about the person inside. And it was so interesting because she had a thing at school where she had to write that. Like she had to, you know, it was like 1 to 5, like what's most important to you. And the most important thing was kindness. Everything else was like way down. Way down. Like she said, you know, it's important to me kind of, you know, where you live. Not that it has to be a nice place, but like that it's safe. Like that's important to me. Like she's thinking that way, you know? Yeah, you need to test him. Definitely. And tell me what he is. 16personalities.com. That's the website. And so like literally she's like, you know, showing me this. And then she takes that test. And this is so funny, Sandy, because she takes this test and she's like, I read it and it said the same thing. It said she only cares about what's inside the heart. She doesn't care about, you know, what, and she wants to help problems. She wants to solve problems. So she's not emotional. Like she doesn't help the emotion part of it, although she's very emotional, if that makes sense. But she's more about like how to help people solve a problem. So if you're telling her something, she's thinking about how to solve it rather than, oh, it's okay, I love you, it's okay. You know, that emotion. Like it's so different. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's okay. It's okay to be different. And I think that yeah, right? It's crazy. And like, I think that like, that's what it is we need to embrace where our kids are, where people are. Like everybody, like I've had people, all my friends like, take the test, take the test, take the test. Because then I understand. That might be her hubby. Take it too, have him do it and see where he is. I was shocked Tom was an adventurer. I was shocked because it didn't make sense. It was like, so you like to come here to California, like you like to adventure out, like you like, and you want to be like a consultant, and you want, like, wait a minute, what about me? Like that's me. Like this is crazy. But what I remember was that's what I fell in love with. Like that's what I met. I met him, and he was like an adventurer. He was going fishing. He was taking me out on dates. He was spontaneous. He was this. He was that. Like he was the most amazing guy. Anybody at my wedding heard me say that thousands of times. He's so amazing. He's so amazing. He's so amazing. Because he was. And that's just like, that's what he did. And all of our lives and children and everything that happened takes and strips away who you are unless you go back to the core of who you are. And so that's like what I noticed with Tom, and I was like, oh my gosh, but it makes sense. And it makes sense that the way he thinks and the way he wants me to explain things, which I don't explain because I'm like, la la, like happy, you know, and I want to keep everything happy. Don't argue. Let's keep it calm. Let's keep it sweet. Like that's what I love. I'm only 4%ers, like seriously. But like that's me. And I'm like, wow, that is so interesting. But so when I tell Tom something, he's like, you just said that over and over again. But that's another personality type of mine that I talk over and over again to get my point across. So you're probably like, Amy, you're doing it again. That's what I do. That's what I do. So if you miss my live, you'll get in anytime and you're on. But like, that's it. Like, it's crazy. So it was so cool to take this personality test. I really got it. I knew I was like, another personality test I took was colorcode.com. I knew I was a yellow. Like, woohoo, I'm a yellow. Grace is more of a red. I knew that. John's a blue. Tom's a blue. I knew all of that. But this got even deeper into like why I think the way I do, why I, you know, what career path I should take. Like, I mean, all this stuff. And it makes sense why I'm here. It makes sense. I'm a very out there music person, actress, like music, like that's like, you know, that's the type of personality that I am. And so that makes complete sense. And that's who I was as a child until I was squashed with bullying. When I was squashed with bullying, you didn't see me come out of my shell. You didn't see me I wouldn't be doing lives. I wouldn't be just, you know, speaking from my heart like this. I would have been I was so squashed, I didn't even sing anymore. I didn't even, you know, want to do anything. I remember I was in a play in 8th grade. I was in a play and I got the main lead of the play. And I was like, this is crazy. Well, the popular girl, she actually got, and I'm going to call it, she was popular. She and I wasn't, and that's just the way it was. And so she actually was my understudy, and everybody's like, well, Amy's not going to do it, la 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 la. And then my teacher's like, okay, you have to have all of this memorized. It was like a huge play. I mean, it was like, I don't know, 2 hours. You have to have all of this memorized, Amy, otherwise your understudy's going to take over. And I'm like, oh no, my understudy's not taking over. I'm doing it. And so I pushed forward and I did it. Finally in 8th grade, I stood up to people and just said, you know what, grow up. Let's all be kind to each other. There's the mediator in me, right? Let's all be kind to each other and be who we are. And then in high school, I excelled with singing. I excelled with my, doing acting. I was in the Mikado, things like that. And so I finally got to who I was again. And so when I read this, I was like, wow, yeah, right? Thank you for the hearts. It was like, oh my gosh, like I came back alive. And that's what this test showed me, was like, this is me and it's okay. Yes, I'm 4%. That's why I'm so different. That's why some people can't resonate. Some people do resonate with me. Sometimes my husband's like, Amy, you're talking in complete circles. And I'm like, I'm not trying to. That's the way that I communicate. And he's like, like this. You got an analyst, you got to have this, and you got to have that, and I got to have this, and like, do. And it's like an engineer, mind, and I'm thinking, I'm not. I'm like, let's go to the California and take my kids, and let's go have acting. And I don't know anybody here, and that's okay. And we're going to go find a manager. We're going to go find an agent. We're just going to go see what happens, and let's live life. That's me. Like, that's totally me. So I'm like, I'm this free bird. See, I have my shirt. Free bird. Like I'm flying. I'm flying around. I mean, that's who I am. And I don't know. I had to do a visual. I don't know. See? But like, that's who I am. Thank you. Flying. But like, that's who I am. And I just had to embrace it. And what I want to say to you guys, and Sandy, you're still on here, just embrace who you are. Embrace your son. Embrace your husband for who they are, and take the test, because it will prove so much to you that the things that you may think are just like, come on, seriously, why aren't you doing this? Or why aren't you thinking this way like I'm thinking? Or why aren't you obeying when I say something? Or why aren't you, and you think all this stuff, or why can't you just, in a group of people, talk to people? Like, why can't you just, go out and sing? Or why can't, that's not their personality. That's not their personality, and it's okay. And so once I realized that, I'm like, I'm getting my kids. And I think, and also another thing is, Grace doesn't do that good with the only competition. Like, she doesn't like competition. She doesn't like competition, and she doesn't like it, like any kind of like reverse psychology doesn't work on her at all. Exactly. Yeah, don't fight them, right? Just embrace their personality and love and appreciate them. Exactly. Because I found that out, and I used to do that all the time to her. I did reverse psychology, trying to do that, and it never worked. John, it works, but Grace, it didn't work. And I'm like, why is this not working? Or, competition. Like, she does not like competition. Or taking things away. Well, your phone's going to be taken away. Okay. And I'm like, wait, what? I'd be like, no, my phone can't be taken away. Mom, I'll do whatever you want. No, it's like, okay. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's because that's her personality. And I was like, I was totally parenting wrong. I wish I had this earlier. I was totally parenting wrong. And so when I did this mom win moment, it was competition, but it was also she wants to be on time. She has that's her goal, is to be on time. Her goal, she's a logician. She's thinking, I need to be on time because the principal needs to see me, because she's like that person. So that was the win, because she knows that that's what it was. It wasn't about the competition between her and John. It wasn't like that. It was like, John, because like today, John's out the door, and she's like, John, I'm getting ready, and I'll be there right on time, and we'll drop you off, and then we'll drop me off. And it was like, okay. She goes, there's no competition. I'm like, okay. So I have to embrace how they are and then grow from there. So that was so exciting. I just had to share that with you guys. 16personalities.com. Go take it. Let me know. Post below what you are. I'm getting a lot of friends telling me what they are. A lot of people are campaigners, which is very interesting. I love the campaigners. And then, what was my other friend? a protagonist, I think. So yeah, 16 personalities. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's free, and just go see what you are, because that will just could change the way you think about people, the way that you understand people, because everybody functions differently. Everybody functions differently. You put me in a contest and I'm like, I can't make it. I can't win. 16personalities.com. Yep. Like, for instance, I'm like, you put me in a contest, I'm like, I can't win. There's other people there that are gonna just excel over me and grow and be strong and do what they, I'm not that. Oh, so 16personalities.com. 16personalities.com. Yep. And so I'm that type, but then I've got a friend that's like, you put me in a challenge, I'm gonna blow them away, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna do that. And I'm like, and she does, and I'm like, oh my gosh, really? But for me, you put me in a challenge and I'm just like, let's all have peace and joy and happiness. Let's all be friends. I don't excel in that kind of thing. I never have. The worst thing about game shows, and not even game shows, but the worst thing about singing competitions is it's a competition. I'm like, can we just have fun and sing and just, I don't know, you tell me how I do? like that's fun to me, instead of like a competition and I'm eliminated, and I don't like that. Like I don't thrive on that. Does that make sense? I don't thrive on it. I would rather like everybody be friends. Let's all kumbaya. Like fly away. I don't know. That's how I am. So that's so different. I'm not that kind of type either. And it makes so much sense, because I felt like there was like some kind of fire that wasn't burning in me. I do karaoke. Yes, I love karaoke. And that's fun, because you go up there and you sing and there's no competition. It's just fun to do. I did Smule too. I put some Smules up. I've been doing a lot of singing online. And I've got some duet partners. They're like, hey, you want to do it with me? And it's not a competition. It's not a competition. I compete with myself, which is not a good thing. I mean, it can be a good thing because I grow, but I'm so critical of myself rather than of the competition aspect. So it's not me going, whoa, I have to compete with this person. It's not that, it's me. It's like, I know I can do better, because inside of me, I didn't give my 100% in that song, or, oh, I heard a flat note, or, ooh, I did this. And it's me that's doing it. So I'm competing with myself, but not in like a competition thing. If you put me in a competition and run, I'll be like, okay, who's winning? Ooh, yeah. Because I just won't. Like, I just don't thrive in a competition environment. Never have. And and people that get so mad, they're like, oh man, I should have won, dominoes. And I'm like, it's a game. Like, seriously? And they're like throwing the dominoes. Like, I'm like, it's a game? Or what about the Pop-It one? The pop, what is it? Not Connect 4. That's Connect 4. What is it? Oh my gosh. Where you pop the little popper. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that one? Like that game too, where you're popping it, right? And people are like, man, you got me out. I'm out now. I can't play anymore. It's over. I'm never playing a game with you again. It's like, what? Like, for me. Is it sorry? Oh, sorry's another one. Yeah. And they're like, you got me out. Like, I can't play. I can't play. It's over. Whatever. I'm never playing with you again. And I'm like, dude, it's a game. It is a game. Like, when Grace and John are at things, I'm like, it's a game. Like, seriously, it's a game. It's like not competition. Like, stop. I can't do that. And so it makes me kind of like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And you've got people that are competitive, which is great, because that's how competitive sports are played. If everybody was like me and like, okay, Packers, oh, let's throw the ball here. Amy, run. Okay. Like, and I'm all like happy, like I'm frolicking through the fairies, and I'm a fairy. You know what I mean? Like, if I was doing that and like throwing a football, I don't think we would ever win a Packer game or another sport. Or basketball. Amy, you got it. You got to stop them. Okay. Oh, they're right there. Okay. Amy, you gotta throw it. Oh, I do. Okay. All right, here we go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's me. Or volleyball, you know. Okay, I got it. It went over. Yes, it went over. Like, that's what I do. Like, seriously, I'm like, Amy, you gotta watch it again. Oh, it's coming back. It's competing against myself. I hit the volleyball. I did it. I actually hit a volleyball. Like, I'm so excited that I hit a volleyball rather than the fact that it's a game and we're trying to win the volleyball game. My poor team. And then softball too. You know, I'm here like, okay, I got it. Woo! And then I run to my base, you know, and I make it. And I'm like, yes, I made it. Because I made it. Like, oh, Amy, they hit the ball. You gotta run again. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, you know. I'm like frolicking through the grass. You see me like singing while I'm playing softball. You know? That's so me. I am so like that. I am so not type A. I am so just like, okay, hey Beverly, hello, beautiful. It's like when we were doing the pageant, Beverly, I'm like, there's no competition here. We're all the same. We're all women. We're all, you know, there's no competition. And I felt that way. I'm like, there's no competition. I'm going to do the best I can do for me. That's it. And I was just like friends with everybody, and I don't like competition. And it was another competition where there was some kind of a little bit of backstabbing and some negative talk, I should say. And it was I worked so hard. I was like practicing and working hard and had a coach and worked hard to do, you know, my pageant, my model walk had to be perfect, and, you know, I had to do it like perfect and all this stuff, right? I worked so hard because this did not come naturally to me. I looked like at first, like I was a truck driver. Like, or, you know, like I had metal boots on. That's what I meant. Metal boots. Yeah. Okay, so like metal boots, right? So I'm like walking. Look, I'm going to throw a dance party while I'm walking on stage as, you know, a pageant person. That's what I was doing. And so I like coached and I coached. And then all of a sudden, like, then some negative stuff started coming to me. And I'm like, why? Like, we're all in this together. Like, I'm just doing what I'm doing because I'm excited, because I've grown and I've learned from it. I'm not competing against you. I don't want your title. If you get it, great. I'm happy for you. Like, I don't care. Like, to me, it was no big deal. But, like, for other people, it's like, oh, I gotta have that title. And I'm like, really? Like, I got runner-up. I'm like, yes, runner-up. Woohoo! Like, that was my win. Like, I'm excited about it. I got third place, you know, in Beverly and ours, you know. And I was like, yes, that's fantastic. I'm happy about it. Because I improved myself. I didn't care about what other people were, you know, I didn't want to compete against them. Because I'm me. I'm 4%. Like everybody else's other percentages. So to me, I'm like, why compete? There's only one of us. So we're not competing. We're competing against ourselves to be better human being, to do more in this world. That's what we're competing against. So in ourselves, not against other people. When you have competition, like really competition, you can't grow because you're thinking about other people. Well, they're getting there, and that person just excelled, and that person just made this, and that person just made the pageant. Look at her crown. Oh. It's like, you hear all those backstabby stories. It's like, really? Why? There's no reason to. I am making myself healthy. I am making myself, you know, physically fit or whatever. Like, I am doing that for me. Not for all these people around me to see me and go, whoa, yeah, Like, no, it's for me. It's for me. It's for my back, so my back feels better. It's for me to feel good about myself. It's for me. Do you see? And when we start going for other people, life is hard. So that's not me at all. So sports, thank you, Sandy. You know, sports is like, oh yeah, I'm not good in sports. Like, and I don't care about the competition. Even chess, I'd be like, where do I move? Oh, you move there. Okay. Oh, I guess it's checkmate, right? Checkmate. Oh, okay. Yay, good job. Like, oh, you won the game? Fantastic. I'm so happy for you. Like, that's how I am. That's how I am. So, I don't know where this went from, but it was just like, I just started thinking about all that competition stuff because I just don't go for competition. I just don't like it. I've never competed. You could put competition right in front of my face and I won't do it, but I will better myself. I will compete with myself to be a better version of myself. Every day, I want to be better. Every day, I want to grow this. That's what I'm competing with. I'm not thinking about what other people are doing in this world. Because when I used to think that way, because there was a time when you got bullied and stuff, you start thinking that, what are other people doing? Da, 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 da. And you start thinking like that, and the thing is, you just can't excel yourself when you do. You lose yourself. So I don't do that anymore, and I'm like, no. And that's when I became myself, like in 8th grade, like I told you. I finally showed who I was. I was competing against myself. It was against myself to know I can memorize this, I can do this play, the understudy does not have to come in because I can do this. And it was against myself. And so that's my competition, is to myself. So I hope this made sense. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you liked it. But that's, yeah. So no sports. Swing. Yes, I hit it. Oh my gosh, it's a home run. Amy, run. Oh yeah, run. Okay. That's like my son playing soccer. Oh, there's a bug. Oh, there's a rock. Wow. Like, that's his thing, right? He plays like that. So, same thing. I bet you he's a lot like me. Oh, he might be 3%er. Wow, that explains a lot. I'm going to take it with him too tonight. All right, I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful, fantastic day, and I will talk to you again soon. Love you guys. Mwah.